Imagine there's no pizza.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, fantastic.
Welcome to the Bombad Cast.
What is up, Bombad fam? This is your boy, the Cannon Junkie. Here I am. Dark greetings, everyone. Dark greetings. Yes, yes. It is I. But I am not alone. And I want to bring in my lovely, my wonderful Bombad boyo, my the Rick Meister to my Giorgio. Is that a way? Is that a thing they call him Giorgio? Sure, we'll go with that. But listen, enough of my talk, enough of my chatter. Let's bring in Mr. at the Scotty J Row, as he's known in the Twitter Spaces. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Jerry, you forgot to do the most important thing of the show. Every Monday, we've got Hyperfocus with Jerry Cable at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Screw that guy.
And every Wednesday, we've got Bombad Gaming at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. But never forget, every Thursday, today including, we've got the Bombad Cast, our flagship show.
This isn't just a commercial. We are actually doing the show tonight.
Yes, and Willie sends his regards. He sent me a package and he was like, "Look," and he just said, "Look," and that's all he said. And I said, "Okay, fantastic, absolutely fantastic." But no, Jerry, I'm pumped to be here. I forgot to tone down Nightbot. Nightbot is a new friend of the show. He is going to help us do our live streams, but Nightbot tends to over message, and I don't know why. Nightbot's just I don't understand this. Nightbot's not a very happy
caps.
I don't know what boop Nightbot is on a rampage. Yeah, William last night we were playing Lego Star Wars, and Nightbot was like attacking William. I don't know what happens with Nightbot. I might have to.
Apparently people were getting like kicked out of my live chat on Monday or something. I don't know what was going on. So.
I don't know. I got a live bot because I wanted to make sure we got things like this so we don't have to say it out loud. But it's been a real asshole. So I'm gonna have to get rid of Nightbot or make Nightbot not be able to kick anybody.
Where did you get this thing? Cyberdyne? Like what the hell, man? Like look, come on.
The craziest part is that, you know, I got it, and I got it from a guy named Trioculus, which Michael apparently knows a whole awful lot about. So let's bring in our guest. The reason why we have this part 2 is because we didn't realize the Jedi Prince series would take up so much of our time in terms of shock and awe. Every sentence that Michael was saying literally felt like the finale of season 2 of The Mandalorian. Every time he spoke. It was just truly so insane and just unexpected.
Well, and you know, Go back and watch that episode. If you haven't seen that, like, go back and check that out, because there are some seriously amazing reactions.
Yes.
From me and Scotty. And I mean, just the way that Michael tells it is, I mean, Michael already has a beautiful, sultry voice.
He does.
And stuff. And so it's fine. Whatever.
You know what?
He should be reading. He should be in that Lorna D audio book. He should be in the cast there.
Well, you know what's
honestly.
crazy?
He should be Marchion Rowe or Marchion, whatever or Maraschino Rowe, whatever you want to call him.
Well, we're not talking about the Stone Republic. We're talking about something that really matters right here, Jerry. Dark Greetings.
Republic.
So we'll bring in Michael. Michael also brought pictures this time, actual pictures. So Michael,
of the story. We need to clarify of the story.
Michael, how are we doing? We doing okay?
Dark Greetings, Michael.
Dark Greetings, Michael.
We're doing great.
Brilliant.
Dark greetings, my friend, and a most imperial welcome.
And a most imperial. Is that said?
Evil welcome.
That is. Dunwell says that in Glove of Darth Vader.
It's because it's like they're like cartoonishly evil. They're not like space fascist evil. They're like Snidely Whiplash, like twirling their mustache. Like, I'm going to tie Princess Leia to the railroad tracks. You know,
look, I think that was Zorba's exact plan in the last book, if I recall correctly.
It sounds correctly. I don't know. We might need a refresher. Honestly, I tell you, listen, guys. Before we start, you're gonna need a drink. I am drinking out of this. It's. I can't know if you can see. It's a Tyrannosaurus Rex pint glass because nothing makes sense right now. So why would I drink out of a Star Wars glass? We're drinking out of a T-Rex glass. So you'll understand as we get in.
We will, and I'm currently indulging in a Coca-Cola Classic, if you will. Big fan of the cookbooks. Michael, are you sipping on anything this evening? We're not much of drinkers here, but Michael, what we got? Oh, Pepsi, dude!
You guys are literally I just listened to a song from a band I love, and they're like doing like, she's Coca-Cola Red, and I'm Pepsi Blue. And stuff was a line in the song, and you guys are living that out like right now. It's fantastic. I love it.
Boop. No, we're not having an icy this evening. But hey, if you channel Eric Kahneman, he will deliver the ices. Jerry and I went on the quest for ices.
Eric needs to be here for this.
Jerry, before we get started.
The quest for ices. Is that what you want to talk about?
Yeah, Jerry, bring it up real quick before we get started. Eric,
I was going to say, every time I hear icy, I have flashbacks like Vietnam or something. Like we went to like 10 different convenience stores whenever I was down in Louisiana. And no one's icy machine was working. They were all open.
Yes.
All the icy machines were empty.
Yeah.
All of them.
We really did go to 7 gas stations looking for ices, and we finally
would walk
found
in
one.
like five just like crusty looking white nerds.
Yep.
Just like walking into these guys just like hey, you guys got your ices? You guys got the icy machine ready? Oh, God. Shucks. It was amazing. Brilliant. You should have been there. Yeah, so
one day
I'm just
Michael will
this
be.
is why I drink.
Yep. No ices this evening, but let me tell you this. Eric, if you find or hear this in your weird little headphones that you always wear, by all means, drop off an icy. But with that being said, Michael, you have prepared for us a novel, like a whole little script you have written. Can you do a
just
brief
like
recap? Look at this. Can you do a brief recap of the events that we heard last week for anyone that was not lucky enough to be in the chat last week? Because that was insane.
Of course,
I walked out. That's how bad it got. I literally left.
When it was revealed Han Solo had a beeper, Scotty walked out.
It's done. It's so.
And
good.
I almost killed him when Jabba's palace became a retirement.
Yep.
Should we start the previously on the Jedi Prince?
Look, hold on. I'll get the retirement. Literally, I was editing these photos together as Michael was describing the retirement community. This palace. Look at this.
So beautiful.
Anyway.
Do I see Willie Nelson back there holding the Bondi cast sign, like way sitting on the steps or something?
But if you look at the TV, it's Michael talking. Anyway, Michael, do a brief recap because we heard about 3 books last week and we need to hear about the other 3 this week.
Okay, so there was a prophecy that the new leader of the Empire, a year after Return of the Jedi, would wield the glove of Darth Vader, and he would be the
Okay.
new emperor.
Okay.
Then it was revealed that supposedly the son of the emperor was this gentleman with 3 eyes named Trioculus. Turns out this man is a liar, and he is not, but he's a figurehead for the Moths. He also almost goes blind, gets horribly burned, and frozen in carbonite, all because of his silly antics.
Okay.
Bummer.
The real son of Palpatine is somewhere locked away in an institution known as Triclops. He has 3 eyes.
Wait. That's the name of the institution? I forgot that. The institution is named Triclops, or he is named Triclops?
They go back and forth. They say he's a slave on Kessel, or he's in an insane asylum on Kessel, but he's institutionalized, more or less.
Yeah.
Right.
His 3rd eye's on the back of his head,
Oh.
and that's all we know about him at this point.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That's it.
Then Jabba's father, Zorba, wanted to kill Leia because of what happened with, at the palace.
Yes.
And
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
Trioculus fell in love with Leia, and so they had a brief encounter, which led to Trioculus being frozen in carbonite, and he is now hanging in the Cloud City Museum.
Yes, and Han has a house, a chateau, if you will.
Yes, I was going to say, our heroes have done almost nothing in these books. The only thing that's really happened is Han built a house and then had to leave it.
It's not a chateau, sir. It is a dream house. It is a dream house. It is the Han Solo dream house.
Now, wait,
complete
hold on.
with dream
Solo
cloud car
hacienda.
convertible.
And if I'm not mistaken,
2 cloud car garage.
we went to Yavin, right? And we found like 1, 2, 3 Jedi Way, or whatever the hell. it
Oh,
was
I
called.
didn't even mention the main character of this series, because the villains
yeah.
are the only ones who do anything.
Yes.
Our hero is a 12-year-old boy named Ken, who lived in the lost city of the Jedi. He lived at 12 South Jedi Lane.
Right.
And then he joins Luke and Han and all them for adventures.
Yeah.
He mentioned Snoke one time.
Yeah.
That
What?
actually happened. We didn't just dream that. That was real.
That was a real.
And Andy doesn't know who his parents are. The only clue to who his parents are is a little crystal he keeps around his neck.
Interesting. Okay. And there was one
They must
more...
be Jedi. Maybe especially if they lived at 12 Jedi Lane, which still sounds a little bit like a porn parody to me. Just still said 12 Jedi Lane. Sounds like they order like a space pizza and things just like, they ordered it with extra sausage.
Jerry, not
What?
here. So let me ask you this, Michael, because I got to get my brain straight. There was some pretty insane things that happened last week, or 2 weeks ago.
One
I
or
guess
two
you could say.
minor insane things that happened.
The beeper was one of the ones that set me off. But Michael, before we get into this next section, should I be? Is it over under in terms of it being? Is it more insane, or does it get kind of underwhelming for you?
I think book 5 is near the level of Zorba the Hutt's Revenge. After rereading them in research for this episode, I think Zorba the Hutt's Revenge is the peak of this.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay, so that's the 5th book.
It makes sense.
The 5th book.
The 5th book is the second best. When we get to Queen of the Empire.
Okay, so do you want me to show what the covers of the books look like?
Please do.
Probably, okay, yeah, sure.
Please show the cover for Mission from Mount Yoda.
Okay, so
which
there's
is the 4th book.
This is the wonderful thumbnail I made for this event. Here we go. Those look like some sort of shrimp. Or it looks like some. Let me look. Hold on.
Some sort of shrimp.
No, there's some sort of cephalopod that like grabs things and kicks the hell out of it, and I think that's what that's supposed to be. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know what that is.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see what you're saying. Well, like the first one was like Drew Struzan.
Yeah,
right?
all
Like
of them are Drew Struzan.
These are all Drew Struzan.
Think about that.
Drew Struzan drawn a giant prawn. A giant prawn.
They're actually giant beetles. Spoiler alert.
Okay.
Oh,
so
come on.
I don't know if you have the time to do this, but Michael,
maybe a passage.
for
Maybe a passage.
$5, we just got a super chat from Michael Nip, who is one of our bigger supporters, showing up in the chat. Thanks again, Michael, for wonderful super chat. I don't know how long's the chapter in this because I'm dizzy down, boy.
I will certainly find some of the best excerpts to read.
Okay,
throughout,
That's-
much like I did
yeah.
last time.
Yeah, I think
fine
that
with
would be
that.
a good one. Yeah.
I definitely have one segment that I will read from Prophets of the Dark Side. That's wow, it's kind of crazy. But for now,
Okay.
we gotta start with book 4, Mission from Mount Yoda. Steve. I think we've already peaked tonight. I think we should call it.
Mount Yoda.
Thank you, Stay Bombad. Good Lord, Steve. Coming out. Woo! Coming out in all Palpatine fashion, coming out hot with the big guns.
Wow.
Shooting your giant shot first. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh my god, that's
Okay.
amazing. Holy cow.
Well,
Wow.
I don't know where to go
I don't
from
even,
there, but
I don't even know what to do anymore.
So, the first story is called A Mission from Mount
Mission
Yoda.
from Mount Yoda.
correct.
Mountain
go.
Yoda.
Our story begins at the space station Scardia, where the Prophets of the Dark Side currently are.
Okay.
They are currently preparing Kadan, the leader, and our now main villain, I guess, that Trioculus is disposed of. Kadan's about to unveil a new prophecy, and so the prophets start chanting, "Dark power to Kadan and the Empire."
Wonderful. Of course they do.
Dark Power Queen. There you go. Yeah.
And Kadan, through his prophecies, more or less just declares himself the leader of the Empire now. And everyone's just kind of cool with this.
Sure.
And then he unveils the next part of his prophecy. When the dragon pack, perched upon Yoda's stony back, receives a visitor pierced by gold, then come the last days of the Rebel Alliance.
I don't know how to interpret that.
We're not really getting far from Steve's comment a little bit.
Yeah, we're really not.
Yoda's stony back. I mean,
Something being perched upon Yoda's sturdy back, someone being pierced by gold.
God.
Like, we all know what that means.
That's brilliant.
yeah. AU. That's the periodic table of elements.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gold. Go on. Just go on. I don't know what to
Alrighty,
do
so
now.
we move on to chapter 2, the dragon pack on Yoda's back.
There's no way that's the name of the chapter.
The dragon pack on Yoda's back.
Dragging the pack on Yoda's back, baby. So, anyway.
Our
Did you just
heroes.
drag your pack on Yoda's back? What?
Oh,
We are not going to be able to make it through this one without making gratuitous
God.
sexual innuendo.
it'd be like that.
I'm sorry.
So our heroes are all on vacation right now because they've all been working so hard throughout this book series. And so Leia and Han are having an argument about whether or not an animal called a septopus is dangerous. And apparently Han is very argumentative about everything and is now reconsidering whether or not he wants to marry Leia.
Over.
Oh.
Yeah,
I got my dream home with Chewie. I don't really need you anymore. I got a
If
2 cloud
Leia's
car
gone,
garage.
I can live there and not be
I got
bothered
a
by
2
Zorba.
cloud car garage. Yeah.
Wow.
So while they're hanging out around the beach, they go and they find an Imperial single trooper compact assault vehicle. Which, while that is an acronym, they do make an acronym out of just compact assault vehicle, which is a CAV.
CAV.
Yet
So-
another acronym for the
We got
long
it, yep.
list.
Yeah, what is it? Oh, yeah, let's pull out. Do we have that list of, like...
I have it somewhere. Hold on. But keep going,
It's
Michael.
spin,
Yes.
WAD, JDT, KTHW,
I forgot about how good Spin was.
Bin.
TNT.
Akbar came up with Spin, for sure. He's like, rush to Spin.
Yeah, TNT, JDT, HSD.
Oh, I forgot about HSDs. Yeah.
JTHW, Jabba the Hutt's will.
And we've got more acronyms to come, boys and girls.
We need that acronym shirt for real. It's gonna be so full. It's gonna be so full.
So speaking of which, they find a knife with the acronym Triple S on it.
This is like the Rise of Skywalker.
They find a gold knife with Triple S, which stands for Space Station Scardia.
Oh, that's a cool name.
Of course.
But there's no trooper to be found with all this, so they just assume he went off and drowned. But they figure out that this dude, whoever he was trying to fulfill this prophecy by stabbing someone with a gold knife to bring about the end of the Rebel Alliance.
What a specific job.
But I kind of actually like this.
Yeah.
It sounds like Rise of Skywalker. Honestly,
It kind of
the
does,
dagger.
yeah.
Well, what I was going to say is it reminds me of what the new canon is doing in the year after Return of the Jedi, where it comes up a lot in Alphabet Squadron, where there are Imperials with like almost a religious like dedication to Palpatine. Like there's people leaving offerings to those messenger droids just hoping for guidance.
Yes.
And so that's very reminiscent of what we're getting here. This is the one plot point I kind of like in this book, because the rest of this book is just crap.
Have a man steal his job.
The rest of this book is about dragons mounting Yoda's back or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's all I.
About dragons. It's about dragons dragging something to mount Yoda's back.
Well, what the dragon pack is will be explained here very shortly. Rest assured, my friends.
I hope it's a great dragon.
No, it's another acronym.
Always. I'm just gonna drink cologne.
So our heroes decide, all right, vacation's over. We got to go back to Mount Yoda. So we find out the Rebel Alliance, or Spin rather, has set up a new base on Dagobah.
Dagobah?
Yes. Where
Duh! They're Spin. Why
they
wouldn't
named
they?
the mountain after Yoda.
Oh.
Mount Yoda.
Okay.
Now, this creates continuity issues with a book released 2 years earlier. It was a minor Star Wars book. You probably haven't heard of it, called Heir to the Empire, where Leia did not know about Dagobah, and there was no Rebel Alliance base there because Luke kept it secret.
Yeah.
This is why we need a story group to iron out these sort of
100%.
details.
Yes.
But that would be a good idea. Someone should do that.
But so they go there to a fortress on Mount Yoda called Drapak, which stands for the Defense Research and Planetary Assistance Center. That's 3 acronyms in 12 pages, boys.
Oh my God! Hope someone's writing this down.
What kind of bureaucrats wrote this book?
Paul Davids and Hollis Davids.
I want to have them on this show, but anyway.
God bless their hearts.
Paul Davids was on an episode of Talking Bay 94. I highly recommend listening to that episode.
Wow.
Ooh,
Okay.
Okay, so meanwhile, back on Cloud City, Zorba the Hutt has a dream where he imagines converting Jabba's palace from the abandoned building that it is into a prison, where he can then escort prisoners to the pit of Carcoon and throw them into the Sarlacc pit.
Right.
And he's like, this is a genius idea. I must leave and begin construction immediately.
Sounds like a good old-fashioned American capitalist right there. Yeah.
That's right. And so he leaves Cloud City, and as soon as he does, the chief of the Cloud Police calls up the Empire. And he's like, all right, let's extract Trioculus. And so,
Excuse me, sir. This is not a cumulonimbus zone. Can you please move on? Please move on, sir. Please. Sorry.
That's pretty good, Jay. That's a good sign.
This is all strata. This is all supposed to be strata. Please move to your area.
So then a group of stormtroopers come in. They get Trioculus's carbonite block out of there, and they bring it to Grand Moff Hissa, who's Trioculus's sort of cohort from the books prior. I don't think I mentioned it before.
It's his boo.
Yeah, his bae.
Do you have a picture of him on here or no?
The ones that are on there are spoiler filled, so I would not throw them up.
No, not yet. Not
All
yet.
right, not yet.
But he's a guy with pointy elf ears and sharp shark teeth.
I remember him.
So he's like, aha, now we can free Trioculus. And then a ship sent from Space Station Scardia shows up with one of the prophets of the dark side. And this is a guy who showed up previously, but I didn't really mention him before because he wasn't important then. Basically, Kadon's right-hand man, whose name is High Prophet Jedgar, shows up.
Mm-hmm.
And Jedgar comes up to Hissa and he's like, all right, you're going to hand Trioculus over to us. We're going to take care of him. And we're going to kill him. And Hissa is trying to be defiant, but Jedgar says he has a blackmail file on him that's literally a foot thick. And so Hissa can't do anything about it.
It's like this long.
Literally a foot thick. It's an actual file, too.
Yeah, and he gives him a piece of paper from it, being like, this is a sample. And he's like, oh, God, I can't do anything about this.
Whoa,
and so
you
he
used a
has to
typewriter.
hand-
It's official.
Yep.
Like
He hands Trioculus over to Hissa, to Jedgar, rather. And so Trioculus is still in his carbonite block. Oh, and I forgot to mention, Hissa's ship is called the Moth Ship.
The Moth Ship?
Yep.
With
The
the
Moth
Moff, M-O-F-F or M-O-T-H?
Moff ship.
Oh, the Moth Ship.
The Moff Ship.
Because he's a Grand
Name.
Moff.
Yeah, I mean, that just makes so much sense.
Go to the Moff Ship. Yeah, there you go.
But then Jedgar, while he's there, he's like, Hissa.
Jesus.
Jedgar tells Hissa that they need to go to Duro now, the planet Duro,
Okay.
for unknown reasons.
Unknown reasons. Okay.
So meanwhile, back on Dagobah, Ken is going to school at a school called Dagobah Tech. And he doesn't want to go to school. He wants to go on adventures. But Luke says, no, he needs to go to school.
So hold on. This is on Dagobah.
Yes. It is
So
a
they
school...
just went to this pure planet in the Force, and they're like, let's develop this effort. Let's just do it. Let's just burn this mother effer down.
Yeah.
This is a
pretty
beautiful swamp planet. Let's turn it into a parking lot.
Yeah.
Yoda would be ashamed, and they named it after him.
He would love it. He would be like, Yoda Grand Memorial Parking Lot.
I can't believe this.
So then a ship crashes onto Dagobah from the planet
Okay.
Duro. And a Duros comes out
Gratuitous.
named Dustini.
Dustini, the Duro from Doros. No, I'm sorry. The Doros from Duro?
Yes.
Dustini.
And this will be another running theme
On
in these
Dagobah.
books.
This guy's
Yes.
going to be better than.
He
Gonna be
speaks
better than
Durese.
Okay.
It's going to be way better than Shriv. I just say.
He's
just
not.
saying.
Shriv is the best. Don't you even
is the best.
suggest.
Shriv is the best, or I mean, well, like, is this guy gonna be like the next Cad Bane? We don't know.
No, not even close. But basically all the aliens in this book series have names very similar to their species.
I'm sorry, Andrew just killed me here.
Dagobah
That's
Tech.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
Learn plumbing.
It's a trade school.
Also, TV VCR repair.
Oh.
Also, all the Duros in this book are described as having gray skin, which doesn't make any sense. But
Weird. Okay.
Maybe because they like this. This is the '90s, right? So maybe that was like pure, like right after Communion came out. So they had a lot of the grays. The gray aliens and stuff. That was like a big thing in the 90s. I wonder if that was kind of a thing going on then.
I think you're overanalyzing the hell out this kid's book.
No, just because those things, I remember thinking, those look like plain aliens.
Jerry, we have
back
a
in the day.
Duro from Doros
Named
that
Destiny.
named Destiny that crashed onto Dagobah. That
Dagobah Tech, right?
yes,
He crashed in the parking lot.
yeah, in the Yoda
Tore down.
Memorial
They
parking lot.
literally the rebels literally tore down Paradise and put up a parking lot.
Wow, counting crows.
There you go. You're welcome.
So Destiny explains that the Duros have been enslaved by the Empire, and they're being forced to dig up old ancient artifacts for Kadon's collection, because he has like a whole collection of ancient artifacts and relics.
Sounds like Cathron.
And then we get into this book's environmental message, where the Empire is also dumping their toxic waste there.
Right. We're not going to say anything about the rebels, though.
Hey, Spin did nothing wrong, Jerry. Spin did nothing wrong.
We built an education center on a completely pure in the Force planet. It's fine. It's fine.
So stupid.
And so Destiny shows them an example of some of the artifacts. He pulls out a golden crown that's booby trapped, and so it stabs him.
Ooh.
And so now he has been pierced by gold, fulfilling Kadon's prophecy.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I guess. I know where this goes, and it's not, but in the moment, it does seem cool.
Hold on. Scotty, is Nightbot okay?
Okay, I made this command so Michael can send me more money, and it just doesn't know what the hell is happening.
Yeah, it was true this website too.
Our droid is malfunctioning.
If this command is not in my archives, then it does not exist. So our heroes decide to go to Duro and save the Duros. The first time in this series that they've actively tried to stop something the Empire is doing.
Okay.
So good on them. Only took them 4 books to get here.
So yeah, it took a good minute and several environmental problems later. I mean,
so they go to Duro, and right before they take off, Ken decides, I'm going to go say goodbye to them because I'm supposed to stay behind. And so he bumbles into the hangar, doesn't see them there. He's like, oh, they must be on the Falcon already. Gets onto the Falcon. Falcon takes off and leaves with him. Because they don't know he's in there. And so he starts flopping around and accidentally breaks their hyperdrive.
Wait. This whole being, this whole person, was let loose into the Falcon without them knowing, and they were piloting it, and he was getting thrown around.
Yeah, pretty much.
Go on. That's strike one, by the way. I just hope y'all know that. That's the team.
He must have been. Maybe he got like trapped in the cape closet or something. Back in the back, you know.
So,
hold on, I'm gonna need more whiskey for this.
When they get to Duro, Hissa and Jedgar see the Falcon. They start ordering their ship to fire on them.
Okay.
And Han has to evade it because their hyperdrive's now broken. He can't go into. 3PO has a line specifically where he says, we've no chance of escaping if we can't go into hyperdrive. Not hyperspace, hyperdrive.
Hyperdrive.
Yep.
That's new. I didn't know that existed. Okay.
I think that's just this book poorly doing technobabble. But
I think that's the next book of the High Republic's really going to dive into hyperdrive.
Yeah, that's what Mari Santeca is going to teach us a lot about.
A lot about hyperdrive.
So Luke starts thinking, okay, our hyperdrive is broken, but it wasn't before. There's an Imperial spy on board, and I am going to murder him. And so he literally opens the door and starts swinging before he even sees who it is.
Shut up. That's not my Luke. Not my Luke.
It's funny you should say that, Scotty. A few months ago, I made a joke about that on Twitter, and I had a bunch of randos actualing me about Mission from Mount Yoda.
See, that's where it's sad. That someone's defending this trash.
Well, actually,
I was making a joke about it very facetiously, obviously, and people that don't even follow or don't follow me somehow came across that tweet. It was beautiful.
Don't you talk about Mission from Mount Yoda like that?
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
It's sacred. It's the EU.
I got a notification on my space beeper that you were talking bad about Luke Skywalker blindly swinging a broom handle at a young child.
Did you know the EU's an acronym for the expanded universe? I felt bad leaving my mouth. Michael, so he opens the door, the blast door opens up, and Luke is just going at it, right?
I wish I had sent you this picture, but yeah, this is the image of Luke almost striking down Ken.
Well, Ken's gonna get slayed. It's like Ben Solo. It's like Ken.
Can
It's
you
like, it's like
imagine?
Luke and Ben. Yep. Some deep parallels there.
Oh my gosh.
But then C-3PO is apparently the one to fix the hyperdrive, which doesn't make any sense to me. It should be R2, but
Is
you
R2
know.
there?
Yep.
Weird.
But 3PO apparently fixes the hyperdrive, and so they just get out of there, and then they circle back around to Duro.
Okay.
He just needed to talk to the Falcon. That's all he needed to do at that time.
Yeah, just talk to L3 for a minute. Meanwhile, back on Space Station Scardia. That he does.
He gets that
Anakin
from
did
his
too,
dad.
Steve. Yeah, Anakin did too.
When someone was
Kadon-
making a joke, they were like on Twitter the other day. They were like, "Oh yeah, like Anakin gets back and Palpatine's like, oh, you killed the younglings too. You didn't have to kill them." Like, no.
Oh, anyway.
So Kadon has just received the carbonite block with Trioculus in it, and he's reflecting on how Trioculus failed in his quote-unquote dark mission. And so he completely incinerates the carbonite block and destroys it.
Okay.
And thus that
There you
appears
go.
to be the end of Trioculus.
No way.
Darn it, he was so handsome.
Nothing left behind.
That's it.
So it would seem.
Scotty,
Oh. Okay.
Scotty, remember it's like on the Simpsons short. You know, beloved characters are never dead. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
that's
it's fine.
true.
So our heroes, they get to Duro, and I'm going to skip over a lot of this just because it's really boring. This is, I don't think I mentioned it, this is the worst book in the series.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's
In terms
just
of
the
what?
least
Careful, you're going to get the
Okay.
mission from out Yoda-ites after you.
The
again.
randos on Twitter are going to be after me again. After I disrespect the great Star Wars novel,
The
Mission
glorious.
from Mount Yoda.
I think they call themselves Mounters. Or Mounties. They're Mounties. They're Mounties.
So our heroes find the Imperial Reprogramming Institute, where they find out Triclops is.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
And so Kenton has to
A
explain...
lot of institutes. A lot of institutes in this
Yeah.
series.
Ken has to explain to them who Triclops is. So they get they rent a ship or a speeder or something to get down there while the Falcon's getting repaired. And Han points out something on the ship and calls it a doohickey. And that's all I felt like pointing out from that bit.
Doohickey.
Why
Yep,
do you?
that's-
He's not dumb. He knows his ship.
Yep. Also, the word doohickey exists in Star Wars, so good
Well,
to know.
like,
I
like
guess.
in Empire Strikes Back when he was like, "Bring me the Hydro Spanner." What if he just says, "Bring me the doohickey"?
Yeah. Chewie.
Truly.
Bring me the Dingle Hopper.
Leia stays behind with their transport and continues to do nothing throughout this entire series. They then go on and fight some beetles, which are on the cover. It's really boring.
Right,
Then they meet Triclops, who's
Okay.
wandering around because he escaped.
Cool.
And you can pull up the picture of Triclops that I sent.
Okay.
It's one of the. I think it should be the one right after. It's colorized.
Yes, it is. Give me a second. My mouse is having a hard time starting up.
Colorized. Circa 1990. What now?
Well, some of the images are colorized because they were posted for like StarWars.com articles and that.
Wow.
But this is what Triclops looks like.
He
And it
kind
has
of looks like
scars.
Khan from Star
does,
Trek
kind
a little bit.
Yeah.
He's got the scars in his temple from electrocution from the Empire trying to reprogram him because
Oh.
it turns out Triclops is just a really chill dude. And he's a complete pacifist who's like a big advocate for disarmament, and so he was labeled criminally insane by the Empire.
Wow.
It's that third
Um,
eye. It's that third eye of his.
So he's got an assassin droid with him that he reprogrammed to be nonviolent as well.
Yeah.
And so we get to my favorite part of this book, where Luke introduces himself as a Jedi Knight, and I'm going to read Triclops' line here.
Here we go.
Okay.
Picture
you
this guy
believe-
saying it.
Then you believe in the Force, the white-haired man said. I once knew a woman who lived by the ways of the Force. Her name was Kendalina, with bright gray eyes. The man paused, looking directly at Ken. He seemed as though he wanted to say something more, then decided not to. Gentlemen, would you like to take a guess as to who Ken's parents are? The big mystery.
Is it Kendalina and Triclops?
Jerry, don't spoil it. Come on, man.
Sorry! I thought we were supposed to take a guess.
No, yeah. It's very heavy-handed who it's supposed to be.
Kendalina?
That is his mother's name.
This guy's real cool.
I love Michael's like Kendalina?
Dalina?
One word. It's all one name.
It's
Kendalina.
one
Y'all shove it
word.
in. Y'all shove it in. It's all one thing.
Kendalina.
What's a more
Is
ridiculous name, Kendalina
is-
or Triclops?
You're right. I mean, truly.
Honestly, for Star Wars, Kendalina for me. I don't know. I don't like.
I'm inclined to actually agree.
I'm inclined to go with Triclops, even for a dude who's just. I don't even know. Okay, let's go.
We find out that the lead interrogator on this institute is a Defil, who's like the Wolfman species.
Oh, okay.
And his name is Define. Once again, similar name to the species.
Garros and Dasani, what the hell that guy's name was.
And he was going to give
Dasani.
Triclops a lobotomy, but he escaped.
Nah. Yeah.
So our heroes finally
He
find
would
where all the Duros are being kept, and they free them. There's one Duros who tries to hug Han, but Han says, I'm a Corellian, and we Corellians gave up hugging strangers 4 centuries ago.
I wish that was canonical.
We
really
we
wish that was
Corellians
canonical.
took up toxic masculinity 4 centuries ago.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
I just love that. Oh my god.
And then one of the Duros comes up to him and introduces himself as Destini's cousin, Dustangle.
Connie's cousin.
Dustangle?
Yep, that's his name, Dustangle.
Dustangle?
Tangle.
Tangle. Okay. That's because if it was Dustangle, I mean, that's Sheriff Dangle or Deputy
Yeah,
Dangle.
Deputy
waiting to
Dangle.
happen.
So the Imperials are trying to drill through something, and they cause a big earthquake that registers on a 77.88 on the Imperial Quake scale. And so our heroes come across Jedgar and Hissa. Hissa takes Ken hostage and holds a blaster to his head. And Triclops turns around to look at him with his third eye, which gives him telekinetic powers, and he pulls Hissa toward him.
Sick! He's got force abilities, I guess. In a weird
But only
way.
when he turns
Triclops had
around?
the psychic powers from his eye, so I guess
Yeah.
Triclops has the telekinetic powers
Like
from his.
third eye is like that's like a phrase in
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
new age stuff and stuff. Open your third eye to that kind of stuff. So that okay. These people read some tarot
Very
cards
progressive.
in their day.
Very
Yeah,
progressive.
that's what I describe these books as.
Progressive.
I love that he has to turn around though. He's like,
Well, yeah.
I've got you now.
He'd be the worst X-Man.
Oh, that's amazing.
So, Hissa gets dropped in some of the toxic goop.
Of course.
And he gets completely Anakin, where his body is melting, and he's got like one arm hanging out, and he reaches out to Jedgar for help. And Jedgar just dips on him and leaves.
Oh, look, I got a
goes,
picture of that.
"I hate
got a picture
you."
of that.
You do.
There's some good visuals
Oh.
here. Who's the okay? Now, question though, Michael. Maybe it shouldn't have been
Yes.
answered yet. Who's the hooded figure in the back?
That would be Jedgar, in his sparkly robes.
Oh, okay.
That's what all the prophets wear.
And there's stormtroopers, and I think I see
Sparkly.
Leia and Han.
Leia's not there, so that might be
Luke. Maybe Luke.
Yeah, it might be Luke or Ken. Ken's got his eyes closed there.
Oh, that is Ken. That is Ken. Okay.
And you can see Triclops looking very evil.
Yes, very evil. Actually, I like it. Is he a good villain, Michael, on your villain scale of Star Wars?
Triclops is not a villain at all. So, no.
Well, I'm just confused.
Because he's, like I said, he's completely pacifistic. He only did that to save his son. I mean, that guy he just met named Ken.
Yeah. Interesting. I'd imagine this might change later in the story, but we'll see, I guess.
So everyone just kind of leaves. They get all the Duros out, and they bring Triclops back to Mount Yoda with them.
Welcome back.
And that's the end of this book.
Welcome back.
It ends just like that?
Yeah.
Dreams are
skipped over a lot of the stuff of them fighting beetles and stuff just because it was really boring.
What a
welcome
good
back. Welcome back. Sounds like Lords of the Sith to me. Oh, shots fired.
It's like Phasma to me.
Yeah, that too.
So, the book we're currently on now, let me get the big thing pulled up. The book we are currently going to, so we just finished Mount Yoda.
Now we're moving on to Queen of
the Empire. That's kind of a cool title.
Which is my second favorite in this series. Zorba's Revenge.
That looks like Dirge. There, like to the right of Han's head. Han's right.
Yeah, that looks like it kind of does, but it's actually Tibor, who is the bounty hunter who's Zorba's right-hand man.
Right. I can't wait to get to Prophets of the Dark because I see we get a close-up of those sparkly robes.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I love that. I feel like the Grand Master, Jeff Goldblum from Thor Ragnarok. Like, oh, it's out of your fingers. Is that sparkles? Sparkles.
So, Michael, Queen of the Empire.
Yes.
Here we go.
So this book
you're not the Queen of the Empire. He's saying go on to that one. Yeah.
I mean, I might be.
He might be.
If you want to be.
So
you're right.
There is a demonstration for an experiment on Mount Yoda for something called Project Decoy.
Oh, okay.
I hope so. I hope he has a sky house specifically.
Sky house specifically, 2 Cloud Car Garage. I just can't get over the 2 Cloud Car Garage. That's my favorite part of that whole thing.
So they go down to the secret labs underneath Drapak, and there are two.
As one does.
There are 2 Chadrafan named Fandar and Fugo.
Right.
And they unveil a robot decoy of Princess Leia.
Oh, Christ.
That apparently mimics her like mannerism and speech really well.
Oh, okay.
So they call it a robot too?
It is a human replica droid is what they call it.
Okay,
Wow,
I was going to say,
come
on. Human replica
Luke,
droid.
Hey, I get one because Luke said robots in A New Hope, so I get one.
That's true.
Everyone gets one. That's
probably
it.
After the robots. They traced the robots here.
So the droid immediately malfunctions and shoots lasers out of its eyes.
Wait, do I have that image? Do I have that image?
It's a later one. Okay. Don't spoil that one, Scotty. Don't spoil that.
I won't.
Oh, come on!
So it hits one of the Chadrafans. And
Oh!
of course, they don't have the medical needs to fix him there. They are told this by Baji, who is the weird healer dude who got captured back in book 2 and was never brought up again till now. He got rescued off screen. And so now he's back. And will not ever be relevant to the plot. They just mention that he's there.
I love that.
I like that. Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, pretty much.
Go on, Jerry.
And so they unfortunately don't have the means to treat him there, so they must take him to the planet Chad.
Oh, no way.
Which is still canon, by the way.
Chad, because Chad's your fan. Yeah.
Yep.
Planet Chad. I just
The planet
imagine it
of the
full,
Chads is what I like
full
to
of
call
like that. What's the dude that Pete Davidson plays in? Is it Chad or something? It's something like that. I don't know. Like, sweet.
So they have to take him to the hospital on Chad. The hospital is specifically called Chadrafan Hospital.
I want there to be a daytime drama there.
Japan Hospital.
Can you imagine? It's like just a bunch of random people. Like the patients could all be different species and humans, but then all the doctors, all the nurses, all the staff are Chadrafan little bat people. Like, can you imagine that? Oh.
Oh my god.
And the leader at this hospital is named Chief Chan.
Chief Chan, the Chadrafan.
Yep.
At Chadrafan Hospital. Chadrafan, can we call it Chadrafan General?
Like, can you imagine if there was like a hospital on Earth that was just called like Human Hospital? Like, that was
Yes. I mean, wait until Space Force kicks off, and we're going like boldly where no idiot has gone before.
Hospital.
You got to send a few more Bezos into space. It's fine. We'll be cool.
Great.
So Han and Leia, Chewie, and R2 have to take this Chadrafan to the hospital on Chad. So
I can't handle this.
I know what's coming next, Jerry. This book is the most intense. I looked ahead.
So
Continue.
the environmental message comes in now, where Chad is undergoing a hurricane and heavy storms due to global warming. And so
We were warned.
And so Han and Leia have to spend like 10 pages like clearing rubble and helping people around a hospital, basically. This is the kind of boring part of the book, so I'm just going to skip over it.
All the stuff we're living in now, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Leia uses something called a boulder dozer, which is like a bulldozer with a giant laser on it. And clear some rubble. That's about the only interesting thing that happens.
It's like it's Star Wars. Just take a real world thing and slap a laser on it. It's fine.
Yeah, pretty much. So then, meanwhile, back in the facilities at Drapak, Luke and Ken are watching Triclops sleep on a monitor. And they're watching him because when he sleeps, he mumbles weapon designs. And that's why the Empire kept him around. He, like, in his sleep comes up with these weapon designs, and the Empire just wrote them down.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
So that's how they would develop their weapons.
Okay.
So they're watching Triclops sleep, and he's mumbling the way to fix the Leia decoy's anti-vehicle laser eyes. Which also reveals...
Anti-vehicle?
Yes.
You know what this decoy robot needs?
What?
Anti-vehicle laser eyes. Let's just slaps. Put those in there. Just put those beepers in there.
That way it can fight against the CAV, you see. But then they realize that he's also, psychically reading people's minds, because how would he know about the laser eye decoy? So they start to wonder if Triclops is dangerous to be kept there.
Okay.
Meanwhile, back at Chadrafan Hospital, they get...
Chadrafan General.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
They get the Fandar the Chadrafan. They get him admitted, finally. And after 2 days there, Han says, all right, Leia, let's go to Hologram Fun World.
You mentioned this. I see it right here. Do you want me to pull it up?
Please do, yes.
Here we go.
This is real. Someone's going to fight Michael about this on Twitter one day. Look at that. The Hologram Fun World.
Yep.
Was it a world of dreams come true?
Imagine if this was a reference in Batu to this. The Hologram.
I hope there is.
Listen, I think this looks sort of like what was described in the Galaxy of Fear books.
I looked it up,
Really?
Jerry, and it absolutely is. It is a 100%
Yes!
exact same.
Yes, and Lando was there. Lando, this is all. It's like read
We'll
the
get there.
Galaxy
We'll
of
get
Fear
there,
books,
Jerry.
kids.
We'll get
Read the
there.
Galaxy of Fear books, kids.
So he went to Hologram Fun World.
Yeah,
We'll
and he
get
met
there,
the
Scotty. We'll get there.
Just listen. Just
We need to
listen.
make a shirt. I got this T-shirt from Hologram Fun World.
I went to Hologram Fun World and all I got was this lousy T-shirt and anti-vehicle laser eye burns.
Wait, look what it says on here. Hold on, before he says any more.
Yes.
Hold on, listen. Planet east of Endor and west of Tatooine.
Yeah, you know,
know,
east
you
and
know-
west happen in a three-dimensional
East-
space.
I was going to
East
say
of Endor.
that literally, if the planets are moving in a galaxy, that makes zero sense.
Now,
This is easy.
if I may play devil's advocate for a second,
Here we
in
go.
Attack of the Clones, Dexter Jetster does say that Kamino is south of the Rishi Maze.
Oh,
Yes, he
Just wanted to
does.
throw that out there.
You're right.
Just south of the
Doesn't make
Rishi
it any more
Maze.
scientifically accurate, but it is consistent.
I mean, look, I'm sorry. I freaked out about this. This reminds me of Blitz and Chits from Rick and Morty. Yes, Blitz and Chits from Rick and Morty. If you remember.
God.
So Leia tries to be like, Han, we've got
Listen,
stuff to
Jets."
do at Spin and the Rebel Alliance. Why would we go there? And Han blurts out, we're going to elope. And that's his proposal.
At Hologram Fun World.
Yes.
I
And that's
got
his
elope.
romantic proposal.
Hologram
So
Fun
Han
World.
comes from a planet who hasn't hugged in 400 years.
Yeah.
He built his dream house with a 2-cloud car garage, and he is whisking Princess Leia away to elope at a theme park. This man is a Griswold.
Legendary. He is
He is Clark. This is
This is
Clark
the real
Griswold in
Chad.
space. This is the real Clark Griswold in space. Like this is
This exists
oh my
in
gosh.
Star Wars.
this.
And Leia starts. She accepts this, and she's like, "Yeah, I'll marry you there." But I always dreamed of a big wedding, and Han's like, "Yeah, who cares? You'll get over it."
Oh.
I'm
This is not
paraphrasing,
teaching-
but that's more or
this is
less.
not
how it
Sorry,
goes.
teaching
sorry, you
kids
know-
good morals.
400 years toxic masculinity. It's good. It's fine. Whatever.
You'll be okay.
It's all right, kid. Let me mansplain to you. Hold on.
And I forgot to mention this back in Mission from Mount Yoda, but one of the archaeologists gave Han a Corellian wedding ring to as a thank you for saving them.
Yeah, okay.
And so he gives
That's
Leia
cool.
that now.
Oh, it's very romantic.
Good for yes.
Go to a
yes.
theme park.
Meanwhile, back on
Like, can you
Cloud
imagine,
City.
Scotty, if you took Katie to like frickin' Six Flags, or like, hey, let's get married on Batman. Like,
Let's go to
Like-
Pontchartrain Beach.
like I used to be. You get me? I used to be an ordained minister. We'll just like buckle in and be like, "Do you, Scotty?
Hey,
Do
Katie.
you take Katie?"
Where can you go for family fun? Let's go to Pontchartrain Beach. Good, clean, wholesome family fun. Let's go to Pontchartrain Beach.
I don't know why, but it's it's useful now.
That makes so much sense in this. That's the only time
Yep.
that will ever make sense right now.
We knew we would find context eventually, and now we found it.
One day we did. Anyway, Michael.
So, meanwhile,
seducing
on Cloud City, Zorba the Hutt is meeting with his Zorba the Hutt is meeting with his two finance droids,
me. Of course.
whose names are Checksum and Debit 101.
Check.
I want to write that on my debit card so bad. Debit 101. Oh my good Christ.
Checksum? Like
Right.
checks? Like the word checks.
And the word
Checksum and debit 101.
Yes.
Sure. Nightbot
And-
doesn't seem so bad now. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Sorry you got kicked out, Boop. It's fine. It's whatever. We'll get you. We'll deal with it.
Okay. So
Oh my God.
We should rename Nightbot Debit 101.
yes. So it turns out that Zorba's losing a few credits on Holiday Towers Hotel and Casino. His losses last month equaled to 18,545,372 credits. And Zorba is furious, and he wants to know why. And it's because Hologram Fun World is taking all of his business. And so he decides...
Wait. Hologram Fun World is taking all of Zorba's business.
Yes. For his Holiday Towers and Casino. It's a...
Oh!
Yeah. And so
Should've known,
Zorba
Jerry.
Family Fun
gathers
World.
all of the bounty hunters, including Tibor.
Hut Casino.
And he says, we're going to go mess up Hologram Fun World. And so they leave to go cause some mayhem.
Oh. This is such a 90s plot.
Yes.
Let's go shoot up this Fun World.
At this point, Zorba thinks Leia is dead. He thought that she was killed on Trioculus's factory barge back in Zorba the Hutt's Revenge. So he doesn't even know she's there. So they get to Hologram Fun World. That was pretty good, Boop. That's pretty good. That's true. That's also true, Alex.
I'm gonna have to get Checksum and Debit 101 to help me with my taxes next year. Checksum.
Christ.
So, some of the speakers here in Hologram Fun World are 1138 THX ultrasound speakers. Haha, very funny.
That's
so,
good.
Yeah, I know. It's
Very
just
straightforward, though.
So they drop the droids off at a repair shop there, and they've come to find out that who would own Hologram Fun World but none other than Lando Calrissian. I guess since Zorba the Hutt's Revenge, he came into the ownership of Hologram Fun World. And
starting to happen.
So they tell Lando that they're getting married there.
Hello, what have we here?
Yeah.
You want to get married on my holographic tilt-a-whirl?
They see some of the sights there. And the holograms here are like physical holograms you can touch, which doesn't make any sense in the Star Wars universe, but...
No, that's kind of cool. Reminds me of Blade Runner a little bit.
Yeah. So
Dude, did Denny Villeneuve read that? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So I'm going to read some of the activities they did verbatim. They went hover skiing inside the mouth of an erupting volcano, which, keep in mind, this was before Revenge of the Sith.
And Spy Kids 3D.
Oh, yeah, good point, good point. And Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yes! Before Robert Rodriguez. Maybe read one of these.
Then they were swallowed by a huge Walladon and swam their way out of its belly. They rode on the back of a star dragon as it leapt from a mountaintop and flew through the air. They even drove a convertible cloud car right through the center of an exploding star.
Because convertible cloud cars make sense, because they fly in the clouds where there's less oxygen.
Yeah.
There's something to this book. It's probably my favorite one. This is the one I think is the most insane one.
It's between this one and Zorba the Hutt's. I think Zorba the Hutt's Revenge is just funnier throughout. This one just has a bit of a slow start.
This is an odd book.
Don't go, Boop. You're going to miss the best part of this book.
Boop.
Oh, no, the best part?
Well, you've seen the image of the best part, Scotty.
Yes.
I just have to ask real quick. I have a question.
Please, ask away.
Do Checksum and Debit 101 have anti-vehicle laser eyes?
It is not mentioned, weirdly enough.
I'm sorry.
You think that would be an important detail, but
you would think that especially in the employ of Zorba the Hutt, that they would probably.
Right.
So, yeah. Continue. I apologize.
This is sickening.
So they also go see an exhibit on like Alderaan.
Cool.
Where it says that Han could now see a world that only now existed in Leia's memories. which is very dark and harsh out of nowhere.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Dang.
Apparently, Han didn't learn from his Sweet Lady of Alderaan incident in Zorba the Hutt's Revenge, where he made her cry with that song.
Yeah.
So Lando helps them get things together so that they can get married in one night. They get Han a tux, they get Leia a dress, they get a photographer droid.
Right.
Of course. That's the thing.
And then, because Michael was so generous to donate, I'm gonna read another excerpt here.
Oh, yes. Here we go.
Here we go, Michael.
Okay. Well, I guess the only thing left to do now is to take you to the 13th story of the administration building, Lando said, so the Fun World document droid can check over your papers. What papers? Han asked. Your ID, of course, Lando explained. ID? What ID? Han queried, sounding bewildered. You two have got your birth certificates with you, don't you? Lando asked. Han gulped. Are you kidding? Mine's back at my sky house, back on Bespin.
No, he did not.
And my birth certificate was destroyed when the Empire blew up Alderaan, Leia explained.
Oh, terrible excuse.
And so, Lando's like, normally I'd be able to kind of skirt around this, but unfortunately it's a federal holiday. It's Fun World Founders Day, and government offices here shut their doors early, and everyone's gone home.
Oh my God!
It's a government holiday.
Yep.
I hate.
And
government
so,
holidays. It's the worst kind.
Lando's like, it's all right. We can get y'all married tomorrow. In the meantime, just enjoy your night here. So they decide to go see a Bith magician named Bithobus.
That's kind of cool.
Again,
It's also
similar
kinda
name
like
to a
saying-
species.
But it's like I'm humanibus.
Or,
Yeah.
or I'm Caucasianibus. Like it's like there's like I don't get it.
So
They call me
Apparently
the White
Zorba-
Knight. Never mind.
Zorba's henchmen have been causing havoc throughout Hologram Fun World.
Great.
And Tibor comes to report to Zorba, and he says, Zorba, we've been deceived. Leia is here and she is alive. I saw her at the theater.
Oh no.
And so Zorba concocts the plan to capture Leia.
Spill that tea.
So Leia gets called on stage to be part of this magic act. And she gives her alias. Her fake name she gives is Zelda Gisler. And her alias for Han is Zach Cluggerhorn.
What was hers again?
Zelda Gisler.
Zelda Gisler and Zach Cluggerhorn?
Yep.
Those are hard names to have to remember.
And so Bithobus has Leia step into a golden cage that he will supposedly get her out of, shuts the door, bounty hunters run in and shoot out the lights, and they take Leia away and capture her for Zorba.
Sure.
Quick as that, huh?
Yep. And so Zorba is talking with Leia, and he reveals they're going to Tatooine so that he can throw her into the Sarlacc pit. And he's showing off his ship, the Zorba Express, and inside that ship is a carbonite block with a three-eyed man familiar to us known as Trioculus.
The twist!
The carbonite block in the museum was just a replica.
Pull
And
the
so
old
Trioculus
switcheroo.
is still alive.
What?
You can't kill my
Wow.
boy that easily.
You can't
There's
kill
no-
him. You
no,
don't kill
you're right.
Trioculus. No. And by the way, are we just glossing over the Zorba Express?
Well, that was in the
Yeah,
last
you're right.
books, to be fair.
The Zorba Express. I mean, oh yeah, that's true. I forgot. That's
Yeah.
my favorite. That's my favorite funk band. Is Zorba Express.
Orba Express.
And yeah, apparently also during the performance, it wasn't actually Bithobus who captured Leia. It was an imposter, and no one noticed that there were two different Biths, which I guess means everyone's really racist.
Yeah.
Space
Huh.
racist.
Space racism.
Woo! Well,
So,
that's
meanwhile,
unfortunate.
above Tatooine, on board the Moff ship,
Okay.
there is a conference of Moffs, which we find out is called a Mofference.
No.
A mofferant? I would have just
A
called it a
Chapter
murder.
is literally called
Yep.
the Mofference.
A murder of moths. Did you say murder of moths?
Yeah, I did.
A mofferant?
Um,
It's nice to
And
know
we
we're
find
still
out-
melded there, Scotty.
that not only is Trioculus alive, Grand Moff Hissa is still alive after being melted.
Oh.
He is now confined to a Yoda-esque hover chair, and he has robot arms, but he's still alive.
So he's Professor X, essentially.
Yeah, I can see it in the picture.
Like from the 90s cartoon, like in his little car, his little like
That's right.
bumper car he's got.
And so, before that, I forgot to mention, our heroes go back onto the Falcon.
That's true.
Emphasis
That's
on
true,
emphasis on
Jake.
spinning. You gotta like capitalize the first. You gotta capitalize the SPIN. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Han and Lando go back to the Falcon. They pick up the droids, and they go there. And they get on board the ship. And Leia's there. But it's the robot decoy of Leia. And,
Christ.
Ooh, ew.
and Luke and Ken are also there, and they're like, "Hey, Han, we wanted to surprise you. What's up?" And he's like, "We gotta go save Leia. I screwed up pretty bad."
Maybe I should start hugging. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know, guys. Oh man. Woo.
And so, meanwhile, back at the Mofference, they see the Zorba Express come in above Tatooine, and so they suck it up in a tractor beam on board their little cruiser, and they capture
Of
Zorba,
course.
Here we go.
and they find the carbonite block with Trioculus in it,
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
and so Hissa frees Trioculus.
Oh no.
And
go.
you can bring up the picture of the captured Zorba, by the way.
Here we go. Here's an image
Here we go.
of our wonderful Hutt Zorba being bondage captured.
The perfectly safe for work and home image.
Good
Yeah,
God.
it's safe for work, but it's not safe for life.
He looks. He doesn't look like he's in terrible pain.
No.
He kind of looks like he's smiling. Honestly.
It does.
And then we've got Dr. Robotnik. Oh boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's Professor X floating around up there. Yeah.
And so Trioculus, they find Leia as well in the ship, and Trioculus decides, yes, my queen is here. I can finally marry her.
Okay.
Hence the name Queen of the Empire.
Oh.
Da da da.
And so he's like, I know how to win her over, and he drops Zorba into the Sarlacc pit.
Wait. So Zorba's dead.
We'll get to it.
Oh, Jesus.
Scott, yeah, stop, Scotty! Don't get ahead of it.
In these books. I think you should have learned that by now.
Xavier Robotnik.
And so Trioculus tells Hissa to get the Dark Book of Imperial Justice so that he can be married to Leia.
Get the Satanic Bible, so I might be married, betrothed.
Satanic Bible of Justice, though. Jay.
Of justice. I
long
want
as
to
it's a
be
dark
betrothed to my Dark Queen.
Oh my God.
So we can bring about the destruction of all puppies.
And so Leia obviously turns down Trioculus.
I think that would
agree.
be a fun one to color, okay?
Oh, yes.
Okay, sorry.
In the Moff ship. And they break in, and they find Leia, and they swap her for the decoy and fly off.
Oh.
So it's now the decoy
Oh.
that's on
The
the Moff ship.
decoy is now on the Moff ship.
Damn. Anti-vehicle laser eyes, motherfucker.
And so she is brought before Triocula in a wedding ceremony where
Oh my lord! I want to see this in live action. I would
says
die.
by imperial law.
Dark
Before we get
Imperial.
there,
Excuse me.
Hissa says by imperial law, when the emperor takes a wife, she becomes his property, obliged to obey his every word and bow down before him whenever he wishes a show of obedience.
Jesus Christ.
And
That's
Triac
a little more.
Says,
Whew, that's heavy.
Something the matter. And Scotty, pull up that image now.
He asked her something the matter. Okay. What we got?
And this is
Oh, baby!
Laser eyes.
Michael
Yep.
McCoy.
I don't even. What
Dr.
can you even
Xavier
say about
Robotnik is like
Michael,
Just-
is this your favorite Star Wars image of all time?
Beyond a shadow of a doubt, yes.
What?
It's been my Twitter banner for like 2 years.
It's just the fact that we've got the laser going through Trioculus's chest, and then we've also got the stormtroopers in the back and Dr. Robotnik and
they're not
Xavier.
even moving. The stormtroopers are just like at attention still.
Well, no one said at ease, so they can't.
Right,
You know-
right. But like everyone else is reacting except. I mean, robot decoy Leia is barely reacting to laser beams shooting out of her frickin' eyes.
Yeah.
But
Just like Leia would.
Yeah,
right,
you're right.
right.
This, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words, but I think it's worth 6 books.
This is worth a lot of words right here.
This is
I
this
just
is
even
the,
love
the peak of these books, I think.
You think
the
this is a book?
pod, just the pod that Hissa is in, as well.
That looks
It's
like it has a
just-
little harpoon or something in it.
It
It's
does.
like
Look at that.
there is a freaking harpoon on that thing.
Maybe that's in case he goes Walladon hunting with Dunwell.
The best is the moths going. Every one of those moths.
And Trioculus, as he
Whoa!
falls to the ground, says, "Ah, demon of darkness."
Ancestors protect me.
Demet 101 and Demon of Darkness.
Demon
so-
of darkness.
All the stormtroopers start blasting the robot decoy and destroy it. And Trioculus is left bleeding on the ground. His fate left unknown for this book.
Oh, really?
Dang it!
Q. I just
But we
like the
come back
demon
to
of
our
darkness.
heroes.
Q Beelzebus. Like just right there. Sorry. Go on.
Wait,
So
so
we
did you
got
show the picture,
sexist. What was
picture
that?
of that? Did you show a picture of Hessa and Trioculus, Michael? There's one other picture.
Don't pull that one up yet, because that's the start
Okay,
of the next
okay.
one.
Okay.
So, Han Solo gets really racist out of nowhere,
Oh.
and
I mean, he comes from planet toxic masculinity, apparently. So
That's true. He's talking over new wedding plans with Leia,
Uh-huh.
and Lando says, Chewie should certainly be there as your best man, Han. Except for the fact that he isn't a man, Han argued, nitpicking over the subtle point. He's a Wookiee.
Well, maybe he was. Maybe that's secretly woke, and he was like, no, it would be best Wookiee or something. I don't know.
I don't think that's the case here.
If he was making a King-esque kind of tweet, like...
That's
But
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, Han Solo would be
I would
canceled.
like to once again point out that our heroes did absolutely nothing throughout this book.
Nope. No, nothing. So for Leia got captured.
And
Luke-
they didn't
Luke
even program it to
and-
kill Trioculus. It kind of did that independently.
Literally.
But Luke and Ken did was watch, the dude's Triclops sleep, right? They just
Yeah.
watched him sleep, which is creepy
They
as
also
hell.
brought the decoy to Hologram Fun World on board the Falcon. That's all they did.
True,
Ah.
very true.
Yes.
And
God.
then right before the end
At
of the
least
book,
he could do after almost killing the kid. Oh gosh.
yeah. At the end, we see Zorba the Hutt crawling out of the Sarlacc pit because apparently not even the Sarlacc could digest a Hutt.
Jesus Christ.
Had a little bit
And
of, like a
that's the
blob
end
of
of this book.
undigested mustard. Oh, there you go. So apparently the EU is just like a plethora of characters crawling out of the Sarlacc pit. Then
Seems like it.
was.
Yes.
In
But
particular,
I like that guy. Have him
So-
crawl out. Have him crawl out.
God, it's hilarious.
So we now arrive
was-
at the finale. The last book in
good
this
Buckle
God.
in,
Prophets of the Dark Side.
Oh, buckle
Oh,
in, kiddos.
Jesus.
I have to drink water now. Oh my gosh.
Scotty, you can now put up the of Trialist dying.
Yes, sir.
Because this
Here we
book
go.
opens with Hissa
hydrated for
gripping
this.
his old friend's hand. And in his last moments, Trioculus has Hissa swear revenge on his mortal enemy, Luke Skywalker.
What?
Apparently,
Wait.
he blames Luke for all of this.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah, and also Kadon, because Kadon's taken over the Empire and screwed them all
Yeah.
over. So Trioculus unfortunately does for real die here. This is the end of my boy.
Oh.
And they
Wow.
cremate him and shoot his ashes into Imperial probes that go north, south, east, and west.
Shut up. All throughout space.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Because it makes sense.
Jesus Christ.
Meanwhile, back on where are they now? They're on Yavin 4 now. They went back there, I guess. And they
Yeah.
got Triclops there. And so they did a medical scan on Triclops, and they find out he's got an implant that goes from his tooth to his brain that's sending signals to Imperial probe droids.
Jesus Christ. That's kind of cool, though. I kind of like it.
Execute
And so they need
order
to find a way to deal with the
67.
probe droids that keep bothering them. They need to find a way to deal with the probe droids that keep going there. And Ken brings up, hey, for a school project one time, I came up with designs for something called an Omni probe that would take out probe droids. And so they decide to go back to the lost city of the Jedi to retrieve the plans for the Omni probe.
Okay. Ken, for a school project on now this is on the planet Yavin 4, right? The moon
Yes.
Yavin 4.
Yes.
Correct.
I like
And,
I like that all these planets have great school systems and stuff. Very similar to American
It's kind of
schools.
nice.
I mean,
Oh.
and those have a homework, right? 100, so. Meanwhile, Zorba hitches her with some Jawas by offering them 100 spin and win machines from his Holiday Towers hotel and casino that they can either scrap for parts or use for entertainment.
Spin and win.
And he
Surprisingly,
signals-
that's Spin's new like
Yeah.
thing they're putting on their postcards to send out to
Yeah.
people in their space mailboxes.
And so he sends a signal to Space Station Scardia because he wants to go meet with the Prophets of the Dark Side to tell them where to find Hissa and all the other Moffs that are now against them. So they take, normally elevators in Star Wars are called turbo lifts.
Yes.
In this book, they are called tubular transports.
Tubular transport.
And so Luke and
take
Ken,
that tubular transport.
Yeah, brah.
Bruh, this is a
Luke and
tubular
Ken-
transport.
yeah, bro, they go to down to the Lost City, and they start going down Jedi Lane, mentioned by name twice.
Jesus Christ.
And they meet some of Ken's old droid compatriots.
Does it cross Martin Luther King Drive? Is there like a
And we find out that there is a second tubular transport that's meant to be a decoy one to like get intruders, and it would normally take them to just a harmless cave where they would be met with a dead end. But there's been an earthquake, so now it leads down to a pit of lava.
Right.
So they're trying to figure out a way to fix that, but it's not our first concern. They go to the supercomputer in the Jedi library to get the plans, and they find Kadon's new prophecy, which says, "When the Jedi Knight becomes a captive of Scardia, then shall the Jedi Prince betray the lost city."
Ooh.
That's dark.
And Ken says, "That will
No
never
greens.
happen. I'd never betray the lost city of the Jedi." So meanwhile, back on Space Station Scardia, Scotty, you can pull up the next image of
Here we go.
Zorba the Hutt eating with the prophets of the dark side.
This is a weird image, and this is kind of Prophets of the Dark Side. Honestly, reminds me a little bit of like when they did the Acolyte. Oh no, what's it called? The what we thought the Knights of Ren were going to be. The
Acolytes of the Beyond, or whatever they were.
Yes. Look at this. They're all wearing sparkle
Look at-
jackets.
They got some nice beards too.
I know, and
look, that one looks like Wilford Brimley
yes,
in the middle there.
Yes.
Put up his hand.
Look at
Yeah,
what
they
like
picked him
little
up off
tails.
Endor.
Look at this. This is so strange. The seats
So
are
it's
sick,
said
though.
that they died in black some Minox stew.
Michael, you cut out for a second. Say it again.
Oh. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Say they dine in what again?
Okay. They're dining with black linens and black plates.
Oh, cool.
And Zorba.
Not a great idea for dining. I'm just saying.
No, not really. But Zorba eats some of their Minox stew, some bantha steaks, and a raw rancor liver.
I just imagine this is like that scene from the first Santa Claus, where like Tim Allen is just eating and eating, and it's like the Jeopardy music is playing. Also, real quick, is that an Easter Island head in the
It does
glass
look like
case
it, yeah.
behind
Wow.
Mr. Braided Beard? That is an Easter Island head.
That is funny.
So it is.
Anyway.
So Khan is talking about his great plans, which don't make any sense at all. Where he was talking about how Trioculus failing was part of his plan or something. I don't know. It's nonsense. But Kadon reveals that what he really wants is the computer in the lost city of the Jedi, because it has all this information that could help him destroy the Rebel Alliance, I guess.
Okay.
Even though the droids just update it with information they find on the surface, while Kadon has an entire network of spies and, the Empire to do all that for him, I guess these droids are just better at it.
It's incredible.
Zorba also ruins Kadon's carpet. I'm going to read this paragraph verbatim. William. In a very clumsy move, Zorba accidentally spilled some juice on the handmade carpet from Endor. Then he rolled his slug-like tail over the stains, pressing down with the weight of several tons. Kadon nearly choked as Zorba ruined his favorite carpet that had taken 5 years to make.
I can't wash it out now. Oh, it's amazing.
You're never gonna get that hut stink out. No, it's just always there.
Not possible. Look at
So
this image.
meanwhile, our heroes are planning Han and Leia's wedding. They're trying to figure out where Admiral Akbar should sit. And they make a sly
This is
joke.
why people. Sorry, this is why people love this so much. This is why the people were so mad that Akbar
You're
just
right.
got killed. They're like, Han and Leia were trying to find a seat for him at their wedding. By the way, after all of this,
Yep.
this Han in this continuity, I see played by like Ed Helms, like as
Yes.
like an Andy Bernard
idiot.
from The Office.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
every
Absolutely.
Corellian boy dreams of his fairy tale wedding.
So good.
So they make, I
good.
think, a sly joke at the holiday special.
What?
Luke says, Chewie should sit with us. From what I can tell, he's not too fond of some of his Wookiee relatives. And there's
No
no more
way.
context given for that. I think it's supposed to be a dig at the holiday special.
That's good.
I actually really like that.
That's
It doesn't make
good.
sense in continuity, but it's funny.
I
Well,
like that,
his dad is always watching porn in front of everybody. That's kind of weird.
He does do that. Him and his
He's always
proton
watching.
packs.
He's always watching those softcore dance videos. It's just so
Yep.
weird.
Not appropriate to do in front of Lumpy. Like, come on.
No, of course not.
Oh.
He doesn't have any teeth either, so it just looks weird when he's like, oh, like, you know.
So Triclops is sleepwalking again because
Again.
this implant makes him like a spy in his sleep,
So was
and he doesn't
wait,
even know it.
So was he in the last book, or was he was just sleeping in the last book, right?
Yes, and he was fixing the weapon designs on the decoy in his sleep.
That's
Okay.
it.
Okay. My bad.
Um,
it.
And so Triclops is given some dummy information to feed back to the prophets of the dark side that's going to lead them to the decoy tube transport to the Lost City so that they'll
Wonderful.
fall into lava.
Wow.
Um,
Of course.
and so, meanwhile, all the Grand Moffs are captured by the prophets and put on trial.
Right.
And the interrogator from Mission from Mount Yoda comes back, Define,
As one would.
because he's been promoted, and he works for the prophets directly now. And it's completely irrelevant. I don't know why they threw that detail in.
This is incredible.
Just because Star Wars is about connections. That's it.
And you can bring up the next
People
image,
complain about
Scotty.
Hera being in Bad Batch, and
True.
meanwhile, we're bringing in characters from Mission from Mount Yoda just cause.
Yeah,
So-
pretty much.
Michael, this image with the pull up, can you describe it before I pull it up? Because it appears that all the moths
Yes.
are in bondage gear as well.
Let's see.
This is
Let's
their
see.
trial. And Zorba's brought up to testify.
I love that.
They
Hessa
chained
has
the
this on his
hoverpod?
neck. Yeah, around his
They
neck though.
They chained his hoverpod to that one guy. Like I would hate to be that one guy. Like, gosh,
I hate
come
to
on,
be his
Hissa.
neck.
I gotta be chained to the harpoon pod.
And so Zorba's brought to testify against them. The entire trial is just a sham. They are already guilty,
Look at this
and so it's
picture.
just a show.
I love the stripes going on the walls.
Yeah,
I
it
love
is
the
kinda
stripes if
interesting.
that's supposed to be a window. It's very like I
Well,
I
it
could
looks like
see
stripes on here too. So
Oh, okay. So, well, it just
Oh.
did. I love the pure black and white. It's a little what would you call that?
hypnotic.
Gosh dang it! Like, well, hypnotic. I was gonna say very. I can't even think of the director's name. Edward Scissorhands. All that good of
Tim
stuff.
Burton.
It's very Burton-esque.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I can see
I
that.
was just say
The
it's like
incense in the room looks like me.
Oh.
this looks like the sequel to Edward Scissorhands right here.
Cherry.
So this room that they're in is called the Chamber of Dark Justice.
Good God.
This is where the Book of Dark Justice was written.
You're probably
Cut
right.
another one of his. He takes another one of his channels and crushes it, and
Okay.
it's blue. Blue is the color of shame and disgrace. And he presses some buttons because all of Kadon's powers are also fake. He has a button that amplifies his voice to make him seem
Oh.
louder,
Okay.
and a button to make some wind to make the chalk fly around.
Okay.
And I would like to point out that once again, all of our villains have been frauds and no one actually has any powers.
Yeah. They've all been phonies.
Yeah.
I like that to a point. That would why okay, this would infuriate modern fanboys. I feel
Yeah.
like if they
Yes.
did something like this, we're like no one has the actual powers.
Literally.
Like,
But I mean, you want your like main antagonist to actually be threatening and not just literally
Right.
a dude.
Not Trevor Slattery from
Yeah.
Iron Man 3, which I loved. I loved that plot point. Sorry. Anyway,
Me
go
too.
on.
But so they're all very and they're all said to be guilty. According to Jedgar, they found a Grand Moff Hissa to be the guiltiest.
Oh.
Right. That's why he's got one
The
in his
guiltiest.
neck.
So they each give it that for long periods of time than it would normally take to die. Except for Hissa gets a unique sentence. I'm going to read this verbatim.
Oh, I know what this is.
Okay.
Shows me that your crimes are more serious than those of your companions. And because you led the plot to return Trioculus to his position of power, I sentence you to die a cruel and unusual death. You shall be starved, and then when you are mad and insane with hunger, you shall be served your last a meal of biscuits that have live parasites baked into them. The parasites will begin eating you from the inside the pit of your stomach and will work their way slowly to the outermost layer of your flesh.
Good God.
That is, as the hall is called, that is very dark justice.
Jerry.
It is. And so,
Checks out.
wow.
It's just saying the name checks out.
We cut back to our heroes now, and they determine that they can destroy or disable Triclops' implant, but they need a specific mushroom from a planet called Arzid to be able to do it.
Right, it's a mushroom. Right.
So they go there.
We need space shrooms.
They take yeah, they go there for shrooms. And they take specifically like a different model Y-wing that has a big enough cockpit to take them all, because this has been a plot point that is like a continuity issue in the previous book where there's like 4 characters in a Y-wing and it was never explained up until now.
That's okay. That
They
makes
got,
sense.
they got like angry
Yeah,
letters.
it's just a little bit late.
Why are there 4 characters in a Y-wing? Excuse me. You can only fit at least 2. At least 2.
Yeah. So it's Ken, Luke, Chewie, R2, and 3PO that go there.
God, man.
And they fight
Chewie's
some
pretty
tentacle plants and some giant spiders.
Drengir.
Basically, they fight a terrible version of the Drengir and
Okay.
some spiders.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Luke
Look,
and
we're
Ken
in Lord
both
of the
get
Rings now.
caught up in some webs. Yeah. And it turns out this was one of the planets one of the Grand Moffs was sentenced to. So some stormtroopers
Oh.
are there, and they find our heroes caught up in spider webs.
Great.
And so they capture
one
Luke
does.
and Ken. And they bring them to Kadan. Ken is... So they're brought before Kadan, and Kadan gives Ken some tea. And this is the 3rd time in this book series that Ken takes food or drink from people he knows are villains and drinks them, and they're laced with truth serum. It happened
guy-
twice in
Hey,
Dorbanok's
dumbass.
Revenge.
It happened twice.
And Luke literally is like, why did you do that? It could have Avabush, which is truth serum. And Ken says, sorry, Luke. I was freezing. I couldn't help it. I'm much warmer now.
Could have got you a hot chocolate, kid. It exists in this continuity.
Ken is a moron.
Yes. And Ken starts to tell Kadan that he thinks Obi-Wan Kenobi might be his dad. Because, like, Kenobi.
Oh, no.
That's the extent
Please.
of the reasoning.
Please tell me no.
And also, some Jedi apparently brought him to the Lost City many years ago, so he thinks it might be Obi-Wan.
Ken Obi.
Oh, Christ. No.
So
Sorry, Nick.
That's brilliant.
He's Michael Scott, and
so-
Han is Andy. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
So they go to Yavin 4 because Kadan threatens to kill Luke if Ken doesn't tell them where the lost city of the Jedi is.
Right.
Yeah. So they go there, and they know from Triclops the decoy tube coordinates. And so they send Hissa down first. And you can show that image off now, Scotty.
Oh, this is brilliant. This is not what I was expecting. I thought he was just to die a slow and painful experience, but
And this is how Grand Moff Hissa dies.
They just
drop him
drop
into
him.
lava hell.
I love that. I love that. He's
Look at
straight
this.
up upside down. They don't even take him out of his hover chair.
Yep.
They don't
Drop him
think that
lava pit.
he can get down there and just hover over the lava in his hover chair. That's why they dropped him upside down. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh no, they have a brief line. It's only designed to float a few feet above the ground, but it goes out of control. So
Well, may he rest in peace.
So he's doing this down there.
and he's like bobbing up and down in the lava, and that's how he dies.
oh my god.
That's
so-
graphic.
Kadan pulls out a gem,
Oh.
and he says, "Ken, that necklace you wear with the crystal, this is the other half to it. I got it from your father."
Oh no, please.
And he's like, "If you
don't.
bring me to the supercomputer, I will tell you who your parents are."
No.
And so they
Michael.
go down to the lost city of the Jedi.
Michael.
But they leave Luke behind in their transport ship.
Okay.
And Luke, oh no! First we get the reveal. We reveal who Ken's mother is. It was Kendalina, the Jedi princess.
Kindalina.
What? And Ken's father is Triclops.
What? What? I didn't mean to sound British just then. I don't know why I did, but what?
You sound like
Scotty.
Charlie Ashby.
Scotty, I'm gonna
Oi,
blow your mind one more
oi!
time.
What you saying? What you saying? The Triclops is this wee wanker's father, eh?
So, is there no
Scotty,
image
blow
you
your
to
mind
pull
one
up?
more time. Well, I'm gonna say this, and then you can pull up the image. To blow your mind once more. Ken's grandfather is Emperor Palpatine.
Wait a second.
Now you can pull
Are
up
you
that
serious?
image.
Are you serious? Is this real?
Yeah, because
Well, because Triclops
Triclops
is
is the Emperor's son.
Oh,
He's Rey. He's Rey.
Ken is Ray.
Yeah. And here's an image of Kadan pointing at Palpatine's crotch.
You
Look
came
at
from
this.
there.
Wait, who the hell is he hugging? Who's
Who
he
is
hugging?
he? He's hugging. Is he hugging a
One of the
Beetleborg?
droids that raised him.
Like what?
That's
It's
the
not. Oh, I
droid's
thought it
name
was
is-
Moon Man from Mac to Night. I was confused for a second.
I thought it was
It looked like
Jaguar.
anyone remember the ripoff of Power Rangers in the '90s, Beetleborgs? No, you guys are too
I was
young.
just saying you might need to be a bit more specific. There were a lot of Power Rangers ripoffs in the 90s.
There was a lot. There's one I think called Beetleborgs, and that's what they looked like. This is
That's Mac to Night, guys.
why did I come from his crotch?
Look at Steve.
Yeah, sorry, Steve. This is your disappointing grandchild.
So this is in the
Um,
in the EU. This is Ray.
Yes.
Ken is Ray.
And
Little word. Wow. Wow.
Luke gets his wits about him once more, and
Thank
he
you,
mind
Luke.
tricks all the guards into thinking that he's Kadan. So he just walks off the ship.
Oh, shut up. No way. No way.
Who just walks
and
off the
then
ship?
Chewbacca
Again, I'm sorry.
and yeah, but then Chewbacca and Han and Leia and the droids all show up and they kill everyone on the ship in one paragraph.
Han
turns
and
out-
Leia and Chewbacca kill everyone.
Yes.
Because that is what
And
heroes
so-
do. A hero kills
It
people.
turns out that Chewie tracked them all the way from Arzid all the way back here. I don't know how he tracked them through hyperspace, but apparently he did.
Because these people are very adamant upon he is not a person, he is a dog. And he can smell. He smells. Oh, he's a bloodhound. He's a space bloodhound. Yeah.
Oh,
He smelled him through hyperspace.
And so
oh my God.
Luke goes through a ventilation shaft to get into the lost city of the Jedi
Oh my.
to go rescue Ken. And they find they can't download the computer into like chips, so they have to carry the whole computer into the elevator. But as Luke's down and starts fighting them, stormtroopers accidentally blast the computer and blow it up. Don can't get it.
Wow.
That's a bummer. That's a bummer.
The way to go.
And then Luke takes Ken, and they run into the only tubular transport to get out of there, and they take up, leaving Kadon, Jedgar, and their stormtrooper party trapped in the lost city of the Jedi.
Is this where the book ends?
We're getting there.
Oh
Hold
my!
on,
That was
hold
our
on,
big
hold on.
finale.
Jared the Dark Jedi is in the chat. Hello, Jared the Dark Jedi.
Oh, Jared, you're just in time.
You are missing. We're right at the finale, my friend. We're right at the finale of the Jedi Prince series.
Oh my God, Scotty.
There he is.
So is that what is this? What is this dude's name again? This McDonald's guy. It's like
That's Mac tonight. That's Moon Man.
Mac tonight, Moon Man.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, Triclops is being held captive, and he knocks out the guards that are holding him captive, and he bends the bars because he's a big, strong boy, and he escapes.
Oh, Ken.
And
His
falls into the
grandfather's
jungle.
Palpatine. Oh my God.
And the elevator like loses power halfway through. Luke used the Force
Excuse
with
me.
Ken. They lift it all the way back up.
Excuse me. You mean the tubular lift?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
the tubular transport. Excuse me.
Tubular
Yeah,
transport.
tubular transport.
Sorry.
Yeah. Come on now.
Real quick, Jared, to get you up to speed. Essentially, Ken, we found out, is the
Rey
Rey of
this
the
universe.
90s. Like, he's Palpatine's grandchild, all that kind of stuff. So, Rey, yeah, Ken, there you go. Continue.
So
Child of
Triclops,
Kim-
before he leaves Ken a letter that basically says, you know, I'm your father and I've known it since I saw you back on Duro. I hope you don't believe all the bad things they said about me because I'm really a pacifist. I loved your mother, Kendalina, blah, blah, blah. There's good in my heart. Bye. And then Leia and Han get married. And at their wedding ceremony,
Right.
Leia has a vision of pretty much, Nick, pretty much. Leia has a vision of her twin children. And so she walks down the aisle, and that is where we end this book series.
Shut up.
At
So-
Han Solo's fairy tale wedding.
And that finale has continuity issues with the courtship of Princess Leia.
I was going to say that, right? I mean, that doesn't make any sense now. Oh.
Nope, it does not.
Who needs a story group? They're just trying to take all our fancy stories away about
That's true.
McKnight, Mac tonight.
I'm just blown away the fact that we made this happen. The fact that this exists in Star Wars and that we could have this moment together is insane.
I hope we didn't make this happen because I don't know if I want to put my name. I mean, I'm just kidding. These authors, good job for you.
And
But
Scotty, I
yeah,
know
the
we were
90s
talking
written all
about Ken being the Rey of the 90s.
Yeah.
I'm going to put something in the StreamYard chat real quick that I want you to pull up. A Twitter thread I made after The Rise of Skywalker came out.
I'll share the screen too. Let me ask you this real quick because my brain's on it. Okay. Once you get in here, you put it in the private chat. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's see. Let me get this on my other monitor. overall, it's not the worst story. There's something to this that I actually. There's some things that I actually kind of dig. Oh, look at this.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in it. Like I said, it's just most of it is the dragon pack on Yoda's back.
Why does this not have enough likes? This needs to blow up. Give me 1 second. I'm getting it pulled up right now, bud.
I don't know how I was the one who struck gold with this. You know, like hardly anyone has talked about these books.
Here we go. Thread. Let's see if I can get it a little bit bigger. Hold on. Zoom it in.
These are some similarities between The Rise of Skywalker and the Jedi Prince books.
Here we go. Just what we need here.
Buckle
Okay.
in, kiddos.
I do enjoy Tross. I'm not comparing the two terms of quality. I'm just poking some fun. We don't get all worked up. The protagonist is Palpatine's grandchild, who's also essentially a fanboy of the OT. Wow. That's kind of deep. Look at these pictures. Hold on. So we didn't see the picture of Ken next to his Windows 95 computer. I'm eager to see this one. No, look at it. He's literally got Commodore 64.
He's got a Darth Vader action figure. Look, he's got all of the just little toys. It's
the
like
Falcon.
And he's got his little dog thing.
Yeah, you're right. Look, and then look, there's Rey, kind of a fan. That's kind of interesting, right? You've heard of Luke Skywalker? You know that I thought he was a myth. Wow, that's okay. Retrieving a Sith artifact, the Death Star records in the ocean. So, oh my god, that's amazing, actually. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, that's good. A villain in
There's a
love with our
challenge.
who then dies. Yes. Look at this. Wow.
It's beautiful. It's a tragic story, the tale of Trioculus and his unrequited love.
Dies at the hand of the female, too. I mean, not really Rey and Ben, but
Right.
our heroes visit a desert planet during a festival. Oh my god. Droid fest? Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. Our heroes captured and taken to secondary villain who is a rival with the main villain. Yes! Yes! Brilliant!
It's true.
guys,
Wow.
go
Over.
retweet this thing. Like, can you retweet this, Michael? We need
Yes,
to
I will retweet this.
I'll put it in the chat. Shark teeth. Oh my god, that's brilliant. Wow, that's subtle.
This.
How long did it take you to write this, by the way? Did you
Scott.
think about this for a minute?
I don't remember how long this took. This was over a year ago.
Evil dark side user manipulates a puppeteer's military officer to do his bidding. That's true. Look at that. There he is. This image is hilarious. And Palpatine, and we got
General Pride.
General Pride.
Okay, let's see what else. Bestman and Tatooine make. Whoa! That's true. Wow. Okay. Imperial board meetings.
It's true.
Oh, look, they got food.
But they didn't have space popcorn, or is that Mantel mix? I can't tell.
That's the long meat.
Right.
Is it the last one, Michael, or am my computer freezing up?
I think that is the last one. I probably could have come up with more, but I think I got bored around that point.
Oh, good lord.
Wow.
So there's just a couple more things I wanted to bring up before we close out tonight.
Sure.
I wanted to talk about some of the retcons they did to try and get these books to fit into continuity.
Okay.
So, first and foremost, I'm going to pull up the list on my phone to make sure I don't forget.
Sure. And by the way, anyone that doesn't know, Michael has his own show. I want to plug that just for a second. Like, he dives into some weird stuff, like we dive into some weird stuff. But Michael's presence on the social media space is thankfully all this. And even Matt Martin and other Lucasfilm employees have interacted with him on this level about stuff about this show, which is about
I
this
even
book.
got
It's
Christina Ariel to retweet a stupid video I made like 2 weeks ago.
How
That was amazing.
How amazing is that? That's amazing. So anyway,
That's awesome.
So what are some other similarities you got pulled up, bud?
Well, this is the list of retcons.
Okay.
So
I
it
love
is
retcons.
retcon that Trioculus was not officially the emperor around this time, but he was just one of the imperial warlords vying for control against Isan Isard, who is apparently in Legends one of the leaders of the empire around this time. There was a retcon.
Is this a new canon? Or
no, this is all Legends.
They're trying to fit it into the EU continuity, which is
what you're saying.
Several levels deep.
Yes, this makes sense. Okay.
So, a retcon in the unlicensed Polyhedron 103 magazine said that the events of this book series was a children's story told by Leia to her 2 children. However, this retcon was later ignored by the Dark Side sourcebook for the Star Wars role-playing game, where we find out that the prophets of the Dark Side in this book are not the real prophets of the Dark Side.
Oh, shit.
These are imposters who are working for the real prophets. The Kadan in this book is actually a man named Raja Ubuki.
Iron Man 3, anybody?
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
And he apparently used Triclops' implant to control him to break him out of the Lost City, where he was then killed by the real Kadan.
Damn. You win some, you lose
so
some.
This was to make the prophets of the Dark Side like an actual faction in this role-playing game.
Exactly. It legitimizes a little bit.
And then there was a series of retcons about Trioculus and Triclops. Where initially they said Triclops was not Palpatine's biological son in some StarWars.com articles, but rather he was a scientific experiment done by Palpatine and Sly Moore, where they got a human woman named Niobe to give birth to a 3-eyed mutant who was supposedly Triclops. However, a few years later, in another StarWars.com article, they retconned that this was actually Trioculus, and so Trioculus's birth was the result of this dark experimentation.
Oh my god, Snoke!
And then
this is starting to sound like the between Return of the Jedi and Force
Awakens. It is a little bit.
Yep. And then they, in another article on StarWars.com, said that Triclops is the son of Sly Moore. And if you don't know who Sly Moore is, Scotty will pull up a picture that I sent.
I took the picture down. Hold on, I took it down, but I can get another one up real quick. Hold on.
I know who you're talking about. about.
Yeah, but for anyone in the chat who does not know the iconic Star Wars character Sly Moore.
Sly Moore.
I gotta pull it up. Give me 1 second.
And they also, at one point, were going back and forth as to whether or not Triclops was actually Palpatine's son, and they ultimately landed on he was.
Right.
But yeah, that's what Sly Moore looks like.
Oh, Sly Moore.
The mother of Trioculus.
Of Triclops.
Triclops, sorry. Oh, sorry. Fuck. I mean, pardon me. Triclops.
It is confusing. And then the last retcon, or lack thereof, was the continuity issues with Drapak and Mount Yoda and Dagobah and all that stuff. So that's the gist of how they tried to fit these books into continuity.
Wow.
I am still stuck on the developing of Dagobah and stuff like that. That is wild to me. Oh my god.
See, my question now, Michael, how much of this is actually in canon now, besides the hologram fun world? Is that it?
Well, Galaxy of Fear isn't canon.
Oh, it is.
It's not. Yeah, it's Legends.
Okay,
they're fun.
Okay.
It's.
Is there anything?
Not really. Aside from the Triclops is Palpatine's or Triclops is Rey's dad thing that I like to say.
Yeah, because you don't really. You don't see the back of his head.
It's true.
How genius!
He could have telekinetic powers.
Could you imagine? What
if he's got? What if they did they went a little less crazy pulpy '90s, and they just had he has a third eye tattoo on the back of his head or something. That way you can make it a little more. But I mean, he still has the psychic right? You know.
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, he apparently Rey, has these force abilities and stuff.
Can you imagine?
The force chooses who it chooses. So.
Oh,
but I was gonna ask you boys, what was your favorite book in this series?
I think the fifth one for me. That one just took it to a whole different level of
Queen of the Empire.
But also, I like the I don't know. I like the story of the first three.
Mm-hmm.
But this one kind of took a weird turn. But I don't know, these last three, I'm glad we broke it up this way too, because it's a lot more. It's easier to digest.
It is for sure.
Well, Han's building his house across the first three books.
Yeah, that's the main arc of that.
That's the funny part.
That is like a main thing.
So weird.
It's a support pillar of those stories. It feels like.
Yep.
It's just, why is that necessary?
I love I really do love the fifth book is the one where you have the wedding and laser-eyed Leia.
That's whole series really, but
Sure.
I think Zord of the Hutt's Revenge just has more funny moments throughout. But Queen of the Empire is definitely my second favorite, and it's pretty close between the two.
I love the picture, but also paired with Bupenheim's comment about death by log flume ride for Hissa, where he's going to it looks like he is going down like a log flume.
So good. Michael, are you proud of your work here? That's my main question.
Absolutely, no regrets.
There's very few people that can come on as knowledgeable as a lot of our guests are, but to come on and display the knowledge of such an obscure thing is so innately Bombadcast, and we are beyond thankful that we had a good friend of a show too, one of our first listeners, come on and want to express his love for truly, and I'm not joking when I say the weirdest thing in all Star Wars. This took it. Yeah. This Star Wars Detours is weird because it's just a weird thing. And,
that's supposed to be. It's supposed to be funny.
This took itself way too seriously, but at the same exact time, not serious enough. And then other regards, it was playing with canon things that shouldn't be touched. There's just so much to this series that I wish more people knew about, because it would really change the discussion online. They shouldn't have got rid of the EU, and you would be like, read this, and then
I was like, Han Solo had a beeper.
Literally.
Han Solo's beeper needs to be the new in the new continuity. Scotty, I think our droid finally got it.
Wow, he did it. He's trying to get us food. Michael, I don't know if you have any parting words. If you should, you could say stay Bombad when you want, but any other advice to us that want to endure this book, or just listen to this? What do you think?
I just wanted to thank you guys for having me on the show, because I love what you guys done for so long, and the last year's been difficult for everyone, but your show got me through some really tough times, and so I was very glad to just be able to come back and give back to you guys a little bit.
You're the best.
Dude, it feels like you gave seriously, because that was amazing, and this is I haven't laughed and had so much fun just riffing on something
so
in a
weird
long time.
too.
This has been one of the funnest things to riff on.
See,
so the acronyms.
Sometimes people that listen to us know us better than we do. When Nick came on and did Backstroke of the West,
which I'm wearing a shirt of the
it's
opening
people see, they want us to react to this weird shit.
Look at that. See? That's amazing. That is so sick. Let me get it pull up big screen.
Pull him up big screen.
Sorry, Michael. I didn't show you boobs. Look, the war game. Such a great
Earn
game.
those beads. Here we go.
Oh, see, sometimes, and you know this in life, sometimes people know you better than you know yourself. And that is a prime example of, Michael knowing what works for Bombadcast and wanting to kind of profess his love. But honestly, if there's anyone else in the chat that wants to come on and get weird and they have a story they want to tell, please.
We still need to do our table read of Backstroke.
Yes, we need to do that. I'm sure Boop has some weird stuff for us. Jerry's got some Chuck E. Cheese stuff that he wants to share. We just got some weird things.
I forgot that I sent you that.
That is going to be featured next week.
Sizzle. There you go.
Michael, I can't thank you enough for this. Honestly, this is an absolute blast. And do you mind if we play a couple of clips just to kind of round out this weirdness?
Please go right ahead.
We're gonna play one we haven't played in a hot minute. So let me get it queued up if I can find it.
Ooh, I wonder if it's the same one I was about to play.
I am hooked. Binge watching The Mandalorian. Oh my God.
Easy with that.
Unbelievable. It's on Disney. Check it out for yourself. I actually think it's better than the Star Wars movies. Just great.
I just wish we had Gene watching Bombad Cast. This episode in particular, like, wow.
Do you know how I felt
Yes.
these entire 2 episodes?
Here we go. Oh,
Like just that.
I'll show you how I felt. I felt like this. I'm telling you, if they somehow make a reference in Mandalorian season 3 or Book of Boba Fett, Michael, I will fly you to Lucasfilm to shake Dave Filoni's hand and have him sing that to you.
You are going to have
I will fly you. We will take this Bombad money and fly you. Jerry, you have another clip you want to play?
Well, I just want to. This is what the live chat has been through this entire thing, especially with all the havoc that our
Nightbot
was wreaking. I love that one. I love
the dude in the gas mask in the background.
Honestly, listening to this, the Michael tell these stories felt a lot like reading these lyrics.
That's wildly inappropriate.
Oh,
We have fun here.
Yes, we do.
oh, Michael, we love you terribly. Let me get one more thing played because this has been a new tradition we've started on the Bombad Cast. At the end of every episode, of course, we do the typical "Stay Bombad" and the theme. But before we time out, we have a doctor.
We got to get our checkup. We got to get our checkup.
Got to get our checkup from Dr. Joe.
Dr. Joe.
Anyways, my broskies, I got to bounce. Bounce on your boy's dick. Hey, got him.
There we go. Dab.
Michael, what?
Listen to your mother. She knows best.
What should the wonderful... Hey, Jerry, real quick, so we can get a plug in. Hold on. Sorry, Michael. Keep cutting you off. Jerry, what's on Monday, man? What we got going on Monday?
Monday, and we're probably going to have to move the times around, guys, due to my new job. But as far as I know, we're still on for Monday with Matt from Blue Bantha Milk.
Whoa.
So,
Jerry.
Coming
Jerry.
from Down Under. So
Get us
again,
in that
I'm going to
Banthaverse.
immediately apologize for saying that, actually.
Get us in that Banthaverse, please.
Get Trioculus in
I'm
the Banthaverse
trying.
first.
I've been like doing everything but like throwing dollar bills at Matt and John. Like I seriously like.
That's
I don't know
amazing.
Why. Except for I did call Sean Andy accidentally for what I don't know whatever reason.
That's so
I thought
you.
and I know, and then like Matt was
Nailed
like,
it.
oh yeah, well his name's Sean. So I was like, oh.
Oh my God. So real quick, I might let our viewers decide, or I might even just decide at some point. Bombad Gaming right here every Wednesday. I don't know what the game's going to be, but I have an unfortunate announcement. I don't really have an unfortunate one. This is the last Bombad Gaming of the summer for me. So it might be the last long stream for a while of Bombad Gaming until my next holiday. So it'll probably be like right in an hour, maybe right out in 30 minutes. And it's just going to be me solo. So we'll figure out a game by next week. And we don't have anything lined up for next Thursday's Bombad Cast, but that's in the future. We're in the now, okay? And if you're looking to, bring your grandparent to a retirement community, please consider Sorba the Hutt's
Tatooine retirement home for aged aliens.
Yeah,
Yes,
/ correctional facility.
With all that being said, Michael, we had an absolute blast with you as always. And I'm so glad you could come on the show. What should the wonderful Bombad people do?
Stay Bombad.
This is your wake-up call. Time
to reach, go for it all. Vultures stir inside of me, and I know what I can be. Limit is the sky. Hey world, watch me fly. The best part of waking up is vultures in your cup.
Stay bombad. Peace.
All bombast.
Hi, Michael. I don't know why it didn't end.
We're still going.